Gattu's new bicycle. It is common dream of every child during their childhood to have a bicycle of their own. Gattu was riding a bicycle. He was the only one to have a bicycle in the whole society. Hari, Guddi and Chinky were looking at him with envy.
He's the only one who has a cycle in our society. That's why he's showing so tantrums.
Gattu, wait. Let me ride one round too, man.
But why would Gattu give his cycle to anyone? All the kids started running after Gattu, and Gattu seemed to be enjoying that. He started running the bicycle with pedaling fast, and the kids kept running after him.
Gattu, please. Just one round, yaar, promise.
Gattu was looking at Hari, when suddenly he saw Watchman Uncle walking ahead. Gattu started ringing the cycle bell loudly. The speed also slowed down. The children running behind were about to touch his cycle.
Uncle, get away! Uncle!
The sound of the bell kept on increasing. It went on increasing, and suddenly Gattu woke up from his sleep. Gattu quickly sat down on the bed.
Shit, man, it was a dream. What's the matter? Bicycle bell is still reverberating in my ears.
The sound of the bell was coming continuously. It was coming from outside, not from Gattu's dream. Gattu ran into the gallery and looked down and saw Hari standing below with his new cycle ringing the bell.
Hari also got cycle?
Gattu came running to Hari.
How is my cycle? It's great, man. When did you buy it? You didn't have it till yesterday.
Hearing this, Hari said with a trepidation,
It's a surprise gift from Dad. He brought it last night. I was sleeping. When I woke up, the bicycle was in front of me.
You are very lucky, man. You have your own cycle now. Give me, please. I will come back after one round. I know how to ride a bicycle. My brother Harsh had taught me.
Don't even think. My mother had told me not to lend the cycle to anyone.
One round, please. Please. I promise, just one round.
But Hari did not agree and Gattu got angry.
Okay, fine. Even I won't let you touch my cycle.
Where? In your dreams?
Gattu became even angrier, and Hari left riding his bicycle with pride.
Just wait and watch. I will have a better bike than you.
Gattu got upset and went back home. Mom, Dad and Chinky were sitting in the hall.
Where have you been? Now go and get fresh and have your breakfast. We are done already.
But Gattu was quite angry.
I don't want to have breakfast. I will neither eat nor do anything today.
Huh? What happened to you suddenly?
Now, Hari also has got a new cycle. His father has gifted him. I am the only one left in the society who does not have a bicycle.
Saying this, Gattu started crying.
Early morning, the nagging for cycle has started. Stop crying now. Everyone has it. That doesn't mean you also have to have it. You also have too many toys which no one has. It is not necessary that you will have everything that the others have.
Dad, you promised when I grow up, you will buy me a cycle.
Son, when will you grow up a little more? I'll definitely buy you a cycle.
If things keep going on like this, then I will turn into an old man.
Hearing this, his parents and Chinky started laughing, and Gattu got even angrier and ran into the room. Throughout the day, Gattu kept crying in his room. He stopped taking bath, eating and drinking.
Gattu, son, open the door. Good children don't nag like this.
I am not a good child. When I will grow up, then I will be called a good child.
Hearing this, his mother also became sad and went to his father and said,
He is stubbornly standing on his point. Let's buy him a cycle. Everyone have cycles. He also must be having a desire to have one.
Chinky screamed, even before Dad could say anything on this.
If you buy one for him, I want one too.
See, now this demand machine has also started. Now what to tell her?
Chinky, do you know how to ride a bicycle yet? When Gattu will get a cycle, he will teach you. And when you will learn, then we will buy a new cycle for you too. Okay?
Chinky agreed. And Papa went to Gattu's room, persuaded him to have breakfast, and both of them went to the market to get a cycle. There were many beautiful and sparkling cycles in the market. But Gattu had to take a better cycle than Hari. He chose an expensive cycle with gears.
Gattu, this one is really expensive.
So what, Dad? We buy a cycle only once. We don't buy something like this every day. I want this cycle only.
Okay, brother, we'll take this cycle.
Then what? Along with Gattu and Dad, the cycle also reached their home. Mom performed some religious rituals for the cycle and Gattu rode on the cycle. Gattu was now very happy flying in the air. The dream which he used to have every day has come true. Gattu's cycle was different and the best. All the children were looking at Gattu with wide open eyes.
Gattu, you ride my cycle and I will ride yours.
Don't even think. I am not going to give my cycle to anyone. There are gears in his cycle. That's why so many tantrums.
As soon as Mom came to know about this, Mom said,
Gattu, this is wrong. No matter how someone treats you, but you should always treat them well. We should never feel very proudy about what all things we have. Think about your brother Harsh. If he won't have let you ride his cycle, then how would you have learned cycle? Be like Harsh. Come on. And now teach Chinky how to ride a cycle.
Sorry, Mom. I will never do this again. Come on, Chinky.
Then what? Chinky sat on the cycle and with the help of Gattu, she also started learning and enjoying riding bicycle.
Red-colored car. Long time ago, 6-year-old Gattu lived in a city with his parents and grandfather. He had a friend named Bunty, whose father was very wealthy. Often he used to pamper Bunty by bringing new toys for him. Whereas Gattu's parents were very poor. They didn't have that much money with them to present Gattu with new toys. Therefore, Gattu had only one old toy car with him. One day, while returning from school, suddenly, on the way, Gattu saw a beautiful red-colored car near his house. After seeing the car, he thought, "Oh wow! This car is so beautiful! Whose is this?" He went near the car and picked it up. Then he looked here and there, but nobody was around. There's no one here. So for time being, I shall keep it with me, and when its owner will come searching for it, then I will return this toy to him. Thinking this, he took the car with himself. Now after returning from school, he started playing with it every day. And with time, Gattu forgot that this car doesn't belong to him. Like this, many days passed. And one day, when he was sitting outside his house, 2 kids named Chintu and Pintu were passing from there. "You know, Pintu, my father bought me a very beautiful red-colored car, but don't know where I've lost it." "You've lost it? But how?" "I don't know. I was going to my uncle's house from this way only. But when I reached and checked my bag, I found it was open." "Then I'm sure you've lost your car on the way." After hearing their conversation, Gattu understood that the red-colored car which he found outside his house was of Chintu. "I completely forgot that one day I have to return this car." With sad heart, he picked up that car and started walking toward Chintu's house. On reaching Chintu's house, he found him sitting outside his house playing with many toy cars of his. After seeing this, he said, "Oh wow, Chintu has so many beautiful cars with him. And I have only one car. And that too, so old. Even if I don't return this red car to him, then also it won't make a difference to him. Therefore, I can actually keep this red car with me." Thinking this, he came back to his house with the red car. That evening, as usual, his grandfather was helping him with his homework.
"Greed is not good at all. Gattu, do you have any idea how bad greed is?"
"No, Grandpa."
The meaning of greed is to think someone else thing as if it is your own.
But, Grandpa, if we find something very exciting and if we want that thing to become ours, then what's wrong with it?
My child's sin is in the way to make that thing to be yours.
How come, Grandpa?
You know, first of all, greed occurs in our heart. Then to satisfy that greed which has occurred, we resort to nasty ways. Like you say, stealing. Then with that small greed which has occurred, we become a thief. And you know that greed is, somewhere or the other, starting point of every evil. Therefore, greed in all the sins is the biggest of all.
Grandpa is saying it right. It's due to greed only that I kept Chintu's car with me. And I became a thief. Thinking this, he immediately went to Chintu's house and returned that car to Chintu. Therefore, with Grandpa's wise words, Gattu got to know the real meaning of greed, and from that moment on, by controlling his greed, he never did anything wrong.
टीप करें